the next guests up here on the stage are Mandy Shanahan and Mia Abelson. And you probably don't know about them. They actually won Wimbledon a couple years ago as a doubles team. So when you see them come up here, you don't get that close to great world-class athletes that often. So come on up here, Mandy and Mia, talk to the masses. Tell us how you feel about Laura and Evan. Come on up.
Wow, I really can't see anything.
Act like you've been here before, just let it go.
Okay. Laura, wherever you are, I can't see. Gotcha. When I look at you, I see so many memories. You make time stand still for me. When I see, hear, or get to be near you, I am 10 years old again. I am laughing till it hurts, playing outside, careless, uplifted, and feeling loved. That's what the mere thought of you does for me. You are so many unique things, Laura, and that's what we want to celebrate right now. Just what Laura is. Laura is wonderful.
Laura is a 4th grader with mayonnaise oozing out of her mouth from her roast beef sandwich.
Laura is a tomboy who wore black Michael Jordan pumps to play dates and preferred mud puddles over dolls.
Laura has the loudest, most infectious laugh.
Laura is loyal, supportive, upbeat, and full of life.
Laura is a pair of the coolest elastic waist jeans pulled above her belly button that she rocked up until high school.
Laura is a white pearlescent Audi pulled up to the full-service gas pump at age 16 like it's normal.
Laura never knows the correct lyrics or tunes to songs, but always sings.
Laura is pee your pants funny. She is goofy and hilarious and one of a kind.
Laura's idols and obsessions forever have been Barbra Streisand, Oprah Winfrey, and Goldie Hawn. She even brings their pictures bedside when traveling.
Laura cannot dance, but does anyway, and it's awkward and awesome all at once. She has a pretty intense running man, definitely her signature move. She is sure to show us that number tomorrow. If we are lucky, she'll even cheer herself on while she does it. Go Lolo.
Laura is a gossip magazine who truly believes every word she reads because, after all, these are her friends and part of her life.
Laura is a 1, 2, and sometimes 3-time reminder to not discuss anything she told you with anyone, even though you don't even know the people she was talking about, and she's already told 10 of her other friends.
Laura is a pro mass texter.
Laura is a pro at texting in general. Without even looking at her phone or breaking stride while walking, she'll text you 2 seconds after missing your call just to explain why she missed your call. If your phone chimes 10 times in a row, you don't have to check to see who it is. It's Laura. She's texting you a 2-page story that you can't tell anyone.
And after talking on the phone with Laura, you're guaranteed at least one callback and several texts following.
Laura is extremely punctual and feels that we all should be as well.
Laura is a dog lover, especially when they're in the care of her parents. One of her favorite things was having Nellie lick her toes.
Gross. That's her dog. It's gross. Laura is bright red nails with chewed up cuticles.
Laura has had a few fiascos with her sideburns.
Laura is the only one who gets lost driving from her house to high school multiple times.
Laura is amazingly uncoordinated, but athletic.
Laura is football obsessed. Go Redskins and Broncos.
Laura is intensely competitive at ping pong, arcade basketball, and flip cup.
Laura is 9 million sprays of spray butter on all types of food.
Laura loves baby wipes and always has them on hand just in case.
Laura is chatty, remembers everything, and never spares a detail, no matter how vulgar.
Laura is always tan, whether the sun has been out or not.
Laura finds one favorite item each season and buys it in at least 5 different colors.
Laura permanently loses something only to find it a couple minutes later, at least 4 times a day.
Laura is an obsessive planner, weeks out.
And she reconfirms those plans until you're sitting next to her at the planned location at the precise planned time.
Laura is always honestly having the best thing she has ever tasted in her entire life.
Laura is thousands of sprays of design perfume. Thank you, Evan, for putting an end to that.
Laura has a zest for adventure that is more evident now than ever, now that she is with Evan, the true outdoorsman. Laura is meant for her one and only Evie.
Evan, for the last 42 years, you've been in search of the perfect woman. Many women have tried to tie you down, but you wouldn't settle. And now you found the one and only Laura Fletchner. Our Lolo and all her isms that make her who she is and who we all love. For a very long time, she's called me her mother or her wife, and I couldn't be happier to pass these titles along to you. You truly do complement each other. You've brought out a sense of calm in her, a happiness, a pure satisfaction that she's never had before. Here's to a lifetime of happiness, smiles, and as Laura would say, mini Lolos and Evies running around. We love you.
You know, before I call up the next guest, I just learned a lot of things about Laura. And I'll tell you what, the sucking on toes things, now it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you guys, I don't want to regress too far, but, you know, there's a time and a place, and this is the time and place. Growing up with Evan, all we did was we watched movies and we played sports in our backyard and everything. But every once in a while, I would say, you know, he's a little weird because all he talks about is how he wants to find a girl where he can suck her toes. And now I understand it. It's amazing. Now, I will say one other thing. There was a list of Laura's traits, and that is an amazing list, I got to tell you. That was some crazy list. But what I didn't hear was neatness. And I know that you've adapted. Not so much. So I just want to let everybody know, Evan's not a messy guy. If you know him really well, you know. If you've ever walked 3 steps into his place with shoes on, and then you got tackled and hit with a baseball bat, you knew, oh, you take off your shoes before you walk into the place. So Laura, I just want to tell you, I didn't hear it on the list, but you're obviously very adaptable. You're able to handle it. I bet your kitchen looks really good now because I know things have been rearranged. Right? Right? Come on, the strainers are in the right place. The knives have been moved over. The flour's in the right cabinet. Anything that could spill or be loose, there's baggies around it. We know. We know. Come on, I haven't been there, I haven't seen it, but we know, come on. So, and you're lucky because you know what? It's an amazing experience. Today we played golf. And you know, there were some beers being drank and some cigars being smoked, but it was amazing. At one point, I had a beer, there was still a little bit left, and then I looked and it was gone. The can had been crushed perfectly, put aside, and I said, oh, it's Evan. It's an amazing thing to know that you can be as sloppy as you want in life. You can throw anything you want on the ground, anything on the floor, leave the sink running in the bathroom, hair everywhere, and it doesn't matter because it's going to be clean. It does. Look, I shared a bathroom with Evan for years. We still, you know, if we're on a trip together, whatever we do, it's an amazing, amazing thing. It's like having a butler. And I just want to say, Laura, You've adapted, but you're lucky. I mean, you can be the biggest freaking slob on the face of the earth, yet your bed will be perfectly made, everything's be put away. Hey, and just tell me, I haven't been there, I've never looked in your drawers, but I guarantee the underwear and the socks are folded and put aside right. Come on. Because Evan can't stand to know that Laura's stuff isn't organized the way it should be. I'm making it up, but am I right? Come on. Come on. Have the closets been rearranged? Okay, all right, look, that's enough from me. I'm embarrassed and I apologize.